guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Billy Bear Clark. I'm the head instructor here at Ohana West at their Jiu-Jitsu Academy. This is Coach Sean. He helps me out. This is one of 4 locations, so if you're ever in San Antonio, guys, please come on to one of our Ohana locations. We'll be happy to have you and share the mats. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the single leg entry today. So we're going to go ahead and work on another takedown. Instead of the double leg that we've been working on in one of our other videos, this is going to be my single leg entry. I'm going to be attacking one leg. Now whenever I enter this, I got to make sure I don't have any grips. So whenever I have my stance and I'm ready to attack, I can either windshield wipe my hand open and then get this lead hand out the way, or I have to wait, and whenever that trigger to go, it's going to be based on when he's reaching for my gi, trying to get a grip. I got to make sure I windshield wipe out of the way. Now, don't get overexcited about this move and try to hold the arm up. If he starts fighting and working for an underhook, then that's going to be bad for me. So just make sure you keep your elbow low, windshield wipe with your forearm, and now we're going to change levels again. Usually, whenever you start going for your double leg entry, your knee is going to penetrate the inside of the stance. On this move, I want to make sure that my knee turns. I do a little bit of an Elvis hip pivot, and I make sure my knee lands on the outside. If my stance and my distance is correct, my knee is not going to land on my opponent's foot or even my teammate's foot whenever I'm drilling. It's going to land on the outside. I want to make sure I have good posture. My arm comes up and I'm doing an uppercut on the inside of the leg, almost like a monkey grip whenever we're doing that single leg entry. So whenever I change my grips, I windshield wipe, change levels, my knee changes directions, lands to the outside. I have my real high uppercut here, and I'm holding on almost with the bicep of that leg. Now I'm gonna hang tight to that. I'm gonna pivot on my front knee with my entry. I'm gonna go and step all the way around. When I do this motion, I wanna go ahead and get a hug, real big hug, on that one leg that I'm working with. So let's go ahead and turn all the way around. Now, once I pivot and I get that big hug on the leg, my head also moves from the back, slides to the front. I'm hugging real tight here whenever I enter, so now his leg becomes part of my body as I start to stand up. Notice how I'm hugging with my arms real tight, grabbing my elbows, holding on to my triceps as much as I can. His leg is going to be part of my chest. As I stand up, I step over. My head is pressed up against his ribs. So even if I don't do my takedown right away, I can dictate where we're gonna move, and I can make sure we're not going out of bounds. If he was trying to get out of there and maybe avoid the points that he might lose, I can go ahead and pull him right back in to make sure I work for a good takedown position and start finishing my single leg. Now, as I enter and I start working for this, I want to go ahead and show you guys with this single leg, you can do different variations of a takedown. Today, we're going to run the pipe. We're going to turn it into the monkey in a barrel kind of pass that I like to show whenever we did our other video. So this is going to be something you can go ahead and chain off of based off of the takedown, and then you can do the monkey in a barrel pass if you want to go ahead and make sure you have a good process to a game plan you're trying to develop. He reaches. I'll throw the arm out the way, and I'll change directions on my hips. Instead, going in front, in the middle, off to the side. Big uppercut, pivot, change the head. Now I'm in front. My head's gonna be connected, pressing to his ribs. As I stand up, everything's tight with me. Now, when I run the pipe, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on with my leg in the front, my arm in the front to the leg. My arm in the back is going to drop down to his ankle. My pivot point is going to be the leg in the front. My leg in the back is going to step around. I'm going to spiral down to the ground, use my shoulder pressure as I go for my takedown when I run the pipe. This position right here is going to allow me to enter for my under-over pass. Okay guys, so a little bit more in the detail whenever it comes to establishing that spiral down to the ground whenever we launch our takedown and then we start to work on pulling the person down. I want to go ahead and show you the contact points, the pivoting, a little bit of motion. The invisible jiu-jitsu is what a lot of people talk about whenever we do these moves. So I'll show you guys how I work on my entry. I'll get his arm out the way. uppercut, changing my levels, and then getting my knee to land on the outside. Pivot. Everything now belongs to me as I stand up. So here's the part where we talk about opening up. My arm that's in front of him is gonna stay hiked up, keeping everything tight. My other arm is gonna drop down to his ankle as my leg clears and then starts to step out. My leg that's in front is gonna be the pivot point. Everything's gonna be based off this leg, this right foot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything down, doing a squat, bending down forward as I'm pulling him to the ground. Opening up, pulling on the ankle. Now I'll push down on my shoulder as I'm pivoting. A great entry for my double under over. Hiking. Now some people, they might make the mistake, whenever they enter, they might go for the double leg and they have their knee on the outside. So just know, whenever you're moving and you're going for your single leg or your double leg, your knee's gonna dictate what's gonna happen. If my knee lands on the middle, I'm going for my double leg. If I'm trying to go to the side, I'm gonna go for my single leg. Now I drive with my shoulder and I pull with my hand. I'm twisting downward. This is a great entry for my under overpass. And now, bridge. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're ever in the San Antonio location, please come on out to one of our Ohanas. We'll be happy to have you here on the mat. Again, my name is Coach Billy Bear. If you're ever here, we'll be happy to have you. This is Coach Sean. Anytime you're here on the west side for the Ohana location, please come say hey, guys. Os!
Os.